That's going to be the title here on the top. Weighted mean, but this is backwards. On page 131, okay, go to 131. When you see a table with two categories, what's the first thing you're going to do? Multiply the categories across. Always, always, always. So let's go ahead and do this. Do you notice that in this case, there's an unknown here? Remember, we wanted to know the missing test score or the test score we needed to get a certain average, right? I feel like this question needs to be changed. He has to load something. One second. I want to do this one, but I feel like intermission. I thought I had it all figured out. I found it. We're going to come back to that one, but I want you to, for now, go to 126, sorry. 126. Um, 126, question 4, so the bottom question there. Ready? Adi wrote 3 math tests, each worth 20% of his final grade. He got marks of 75, 80, and 86. What must he get on the final, right? What mark must you get on the final, which is worth 40%, if he wants a final grade of 86? Okay, this is the mean. You want this, right? You want the mean. So it's given. So can we just do this real quick? The first 3 tests written were as follows. Just write this down for now. The first 3 tests are like that, and their weights, they're each worth 20%. And the last one, that final exam, is worth 40, which you don't know, right? You're trying to see what mark do I need there? What mark do I need on that final test or the final exam to get an average of 86%, okay? So you proceed the same way. These are the weights, and these are the scores. Okay, so we're basically making a bit of a table here for ourselves. We're making a table where we put the scores and we put their weights like that. And when you have one of these, you still do the same thing as before, which is you multiply them across like this. First step is to multiply them all like that. So let's go ahead and do that. 75 times 20, this is 1500, plus 80 times 20, that's 1600, right? Plus 86 times 20, that's 1720, plus, what about x times 40? 40x, right? 40x. We don't know what x is, so we just write down 40x like that. Okay, so the same as before, multiply across, add your answers up. Now, we will say that if we want an average of 86%, that's like our mean, we know that we have to add up all those numbers including 40x, which we don't know yet. And what are we going to divide this by? Remember when you have percentages, what did I ask you to check for? Does one of them add up to 100? Let's see, 20, 40, 60, this is 100. So what does that tell you? I'm going to have to divide this whole thing by 100. Automatically, you do that. If you have percentages and they add up to 100, you divide your answer by 100. So now you have to undo it. You have to get x all on its own. So the first step, watch this. I'm going to multiply both sides by 100. To get rid of this 100 here. I want to get rid of that. So I'm going to go cancel, cancel. On the other side, it's 100 times 86. That is for now 8600%. Let's add up what we can here. So if you add up 1500 plus 1600 plus 1720, you can't add 40x, but you get 4820 plus 40x. What do you have to do now? Deal with the 40 or deal with the 4820? Deal with the 4820. 40x is multiplying. This is not easily, so we're going to go minus 4820 minus 4820. So when there's a question like this, you need to show work. These two go to 0, right? So we kind of do that. $37.80. And this is your last step. This is, yeah. Go ahead. And here's your last step. You're going to divide both sides by 40. Because then you can say this is 1. 40 divided by 40 is 1. So you have 1x left. So we'll say that x is equal to 3780 divided by 40. And that's 94.5%. Right? He needs to score 94.5% on the final. If you ever get an answer bigger than 100, what does that mean? Can't do it, right? If your answer is ever bigger than 100, you cannot do it. It's not possible, unless there's a bonus question, but you can't. We can't aim for that, right? Okay. That's it. If you do the test review, there will be a question like that on there. Maybe I will point you to the test review so that it's on this video. So page 18 to 22. Okay. I'm going to write down the test review at the very end of this booklet. At the very end of this booklet, all the way to the back. At the very bottom there, test review. Page 17, did I say, or 18? 18 to 22. And then there's an old quiz. That's pages 16 to 17. I will post the key to both of those. Okay, so if you want to review for the test, that's where you want to go.